What up? LS57 gotta feed the streets. This is Spaz Reacts, and right now I'm reacting, not necessarily reacting, but yeah, reacting. And I just want to talk about this whole Rick Ross situation before we get into this video right here. Personal Rick Ross as far as him going at Birdman. Someone had to say something, even though they're not in the same camp. I think Birdman is like that. Like, to me, that's real fucked up. At the end of the day, you have somebody like Lil Wayne. From my knowledge, Lil Wayne was on that back that ass up with Juvenile, and he been, you know what I'm saying, supporting Cash Money and actually holding Cash Money. The dude Lil Wayne was like one of the first rappers to go like platinum in 1 week, and he did that for Cash Money. Out of all the artists in Cash Money, Lil Wayne stayed the most relevant. He didn't even have a hook on Back That Ass Up with Juvenile song, and he was, I mean, not even a verse. He had like a baby hook. You know what I'm saying? Like, after you back it up, then stop and drop it like it's hot. That part, and that made the song like that song right there. I'll never forget them days, man, when that song first dropped, man. And to see what's going on, the way Birdman act, like, Birdman is a fuck nigga, man. Like, I don't want to get beat up by his goons if I get famous and walk down the street. But Birdman, you on some fuck shit, like, for real, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how you can even explain this, how you can even justify treating this man the way he did. And he made Cash Money, took it to the elevated the label to where it is now. He basically elevated your label to where it is now. And this is how you treat that, man? To me, that's fucked up, man, at the end of the day. But without further ado, we're going to get to this interview right now. And y'all tell me how y'all feel when it's all said and done, alright? When it's all said and done, y'all tell me how y'all feel. We're going to listen to this shit together. And I'm not going to play the whole thing. I put it to where the part where the interviewer asks asks Rick Ross what's going on with the whole Birdman situation. And by the way, that Rick Ross shit, that album, that shit fire. It's better than Drake album. Facts. It's better than Drake album. We could do a whole new video on that too, but without further ado, let's get into it.
Another track, people could call it controversial, Birdman track.
Right.
I really liked it. I mean, you know, a lot of people might just simplify by calling it a diss record, but I felt like you came from the heart with something, and you try to deal with it as neatly as possible. Like, yo, dude, I love you, but I'm gonna call you out on your bullshit.
That's all it was. You know, me just, watching something go on for so long. Unfortunately, just watching, Lil Wayne situation. Personally seeing DJ Khaled's situation. That ain't the way it go. You know what I'm saying? If we gonna be bosses, let's stay down with our team. Let's go in those buildings and go to war with them. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's just how I felt.
And I mean, you broke it down on that record. I mean, and you made it very clear. When you said now, what I loved about it too is that you paid homage too. You paid homage to the fact that, I came up listening, to y'all cats and respecting it, and how disappointed you were.
I was being truthful.
Yeah.
I most definitely was being truthful. And I said at the end, I still got love for you. I always admired his hustle. I always admired the way he, the camaraderie, you know what I'm saying, the way he brought the youngsters together. But at the end result, if don't nobody benefit or don't nobody win from it, what good was it? You know what I'm saying? And that's just, if we gonna be G about it, they ain't being G. You know what I'm saying? If Wayne really y'all homie, that go for all of them. None of them, man. If Wayne y'all homie, y'all supposed to run up in there and say, man, we ain't doing nothing till everybody straight.
Facts.
We ain't doing nothing. Ain't nothing. If you waving that flag and if you a die about it, man, my homie ain't, but everybody ain't built like that, so I understand. But, at the end of the day, when you watching, the clock tick on somebody like Lil Wayne that the streets really got love for. That's the first homie I saw sell 1 million records the first week.
Right.
And, you know, he broke so many different barriers, so many different ways, you know what I mean? You know, being from the South, and me studying the other dude business practices from that point, you know, me being a student of the game, I always studied Tony Draper, I always studied Ted Lucas, you know, whoever it is, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's all about good business, regardless of what we do, where we go. You know what I'm saying? You gotta clean your face. You ain't a boss if you owe a nigga.
So let me ask you, with even that being said, I don't want to stay on this too long because there's so many other things I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Even with that being said, do you have concerns with it elevating this maybe somewhere where does it need to be, with people's feelings being hurt, or people want to take up somebody else's situation?
You say people feelings being hurt?
Yeah.
No. Do I feel anything? No, I don't feel nothing. You know, it's just the truth. And if you can't deal with it, however you feel, it's whatever. You come me, see me.
Ooh.
I ain't tripping.
You're telling Birdman pull the fuck up.
That's just on some boss talk. You ain't 100, you ain't 100. So ain't nobody
Pull up,
gonna look
bitch.
me in my eyes being 100.
Nigga tell him to
Not
pull
like
up.
that. It's Dade County.
It sure is. And
Birdman is not paying Lil Wayne. Rick Ross has a problem with it. He clearly addressed the issues, and I kind of agree with him on that when he was talking about how you have these artists that's your artists, and like Cash Money as a whole label, like Drake's still dropping songs. He should stop and until Lil Wayne get his situation right. Basically, that's what he's saying. Nicki, they still getting paid. They don't really give a fuck at the end of the day. They not that ride or die. Like Drake ain't really ride or die. Nicki ain't really ride or die. You know what I'm saying? It's all business. They only worry about their careers, because what Rick Ross said made a lot of sense. Like, just stop everything, all the music. Birdman's still eating off of Drake. Drake drop an album, anything Drake drop. When that More Light drop, Birdman gets a percentage off of that. Nicki, Birdman gets a percentage off of that. Lil Wayne's supposed to get a percentage off of that, but somehow Birdman don't want to give Wayne his guap. He don't want to give him his money. Get that nigga his fetty and let him go. You talk all that shit when Jay-Z tried to take him, and then you talking like, oh, you're gonna sue Jay-Z and all this other shit. You say shit like, you got more money than Hove. If you had more money than Hove, why you can't pay Wayne his 50 mil? Cause Hove got that bag. I don't think you got that bag. You don't. You got the bag, but you don't got the bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you got Bugattis, you got $1 million houses and all this other stuff. But I'm starting to think a lot of your stuff is rented now, because Hove is still going. From the time that you said you make more money than Hove to now, Hove is still going. That man done brought a freaking basketball team, or a part owner in the Nets. He's also got Rock Nation and all of that. I don't get it. With you filing for bankruptcy and you claiming that you don't have any money. You know what I'm saying? Stunner is the right word for you, because you dead ass be stunting. But y'all leave it in the comment section. Y'all let me know how y'all feel, and I'll get back with y'all next video. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Not only do you do that, but I also need you to hit the bell on your phones, your Android devices. This way you can be notified every time I upload this heat. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, do that for me. Do that for your boy. Fuck with your boy. Like, comment. And I'll see y'all next video, man. Peace.